Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2017 mid-month readings. Thank you so much for joining us here today and welcome to any newcomers who may be with us for the first time. Thank you always to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow and subscribe, and for taking the time to write your comment and send such lovely support and feedback. Always welcome. Thank you so very much. And also to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. I'm very grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And a thank you to my regular clients as well for being so great with the consistent feedback on how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me and you haven't read before with me, you can click on the little about or description button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and that'll give you a little more information and detail and has my email address. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you pretty quickly. Current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a few days upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always we can schedule a reading for you within a 2-week period of time, live or recorded. I do love and romance readings, compatibility chartings, career work and finance, channeled messages, year overviews, and a variety of others. So if you're interested, send me an email and we will go from there. So moving right along, these are general readings, and of course, they're not going to mean the same thing to the same degree for everyone watching because there's so many of you watching and everyone has different things going on in their lives. So check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. They may play out a little more predictably for you for the next couple of weeks than your primary sun sign. And just by watching all three, you get additional bits of insight and clarity into what's going on in your life over the time frame that the reading covers. So try to watch all three if you can. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot by artist Ciro Marchetti, drawing the customary 8 cards with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy and advice. So this reading is for Aquarius for April 2017, mid-month. What do the next couple of weeks have in store for the air sign of Aquarius, the water bearers? What does the remainder of April have in store for the air sign of Aquarius? Aquarius, April 2017, mid-month. Okay, Aquarius. We begin with the Ten of Wands, followed by the Knight of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Ten of Pentacles, the Star, followed by the King of Wands, and Judgment, followed by the Three of Pentacles. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is the Five of Swords. Let's take a look, Aquarius. So Aquarius, I feel like for the majority of you, this is resonating more in the earth energy sector of your life, that tangible energy, finances, property, resources, assets, things you can see and touch and feel. And I feel like there's very much a we feeling to this, actually, in quite a lovely way in terms of support, more people involved in this. Either you're having support in bringing something to a successful conclusion, or you're part of a support system bringing something to a successful conclusion. And this could be in relationships or spirituality sector of your life as well. But I feel like for the majority of you, this is something more tangible, like something very project oriented. But I feel like in order for it to come to a successful conclusion, it includes more people. It's about teamwork and people kind of coming together. So let's begin. We start with the Ten of Wands, followed by the Knight of Pentacles. So the Ten of Wands, here we have fire energy, which is the element that governs the suit of wands. It's dynamic, forward-moving energy. It's all about change, movement, action, power, building, creating, and manifesting. 10 is a number. 10 is a number of completion. It represents something coming to an end, a cycle coming to an end, the culmination, the achievement of something. The 10 of Wands represents a burden coming to an end, a cross you've had to bear, a job you've been working on, or a project you've been investing a lot in, and it's become rather burdensome over time. This could represent also a painful or difficult situation. But I think for a lot of you, and it could be all of these things as well, but I feel like for a lot of you, this is something which perhaps started out has just one or two wands, but over time it's grown into this quite heavy weight, but it can also represent a single difficult situation as well. Something that you've been carrying for a long time or something you've been working at for a long time. Now, but it's coming to an end. You can see that on this card, this man's head is up. He is looking at his destination, which is just over here, that place where he can lay this burden down and be done with it. Sometimes this card can also represent needing to come to an end of something, lay it down, and walk away as well. But I feel like for the majority of you, it's something that you've been doing for a while, like a project oriented. It could be a job of some sort as well, and you're looking to transition into a different job or a different career path entirely. But just something it feels like you've been working at for a long time, and I get kind of running in place is the phrase that's going through my head. Working and working and working, but feeling like you're not getting anywhere. It's time for that to kind of come to an end. And I feel like for a lot of you, someone has come in, perhaps more than one person, to help this draw to a close. And for some of you, this could be you bringing your skills, talents, you're offering some kind of help or resources to bring something to a close, to end something. That Ten of Wands is paired with the Knight of Pentacles. So here we have earth energy, which is the element that governs pentacles. And this energy manifests itself often in tangible ways: money, finances, property, resources, job, assets, etc. Things we can see and touch and feel. Knights are the bringers of the tarot, the deliverers of the tarot, the defenders. They often represent something being brought to you or you bringing something to somebody else, an offer, an opportunity. And they can also represent the speed at which a situation moves. The Knight of Pentacles would be the slowest of all four of the knights, but also the most reliable and dependable, somebody who's going to start at the beginning and go through all the way until the job is finished, until it's all done. So it looks like there is a tangible offer opportunity coming to you. For some of you, it could be you um, making the offer to someone else, but I feel like for the majority of you, it's incoming to you. Someone, or for some of you, it's more than one person making an offer, presenting an opportunity. There's something in front of you which is going to help enable you to bring something to a close, a successful conclusion, or at least to an end of something where you can lay this burden down or be finished with what it is that you've been working so hard at. Because again, for a lot of you, I'm getting the feeling that this is something that's been going on for a long time, and it feels like you've been struggling and struggling or working and working but not getting anywhere. So there's an opportunity for this to come to an end or be finished or completed. Now, next to that, we have the Six of Pentacles, followed by the 10 of Pentacles. Lots of earth energy in here, tangible stuff. The Six of Pentacles is giving and receiving. This can be needing to be more open to giving and receiving, or it can represent you being the philanthropic giving one, or being on the receiving end as well of help, of money, of finances, resources, somebody's time and expertise. It's also a card of symbiosis and relationships. It can represent mutual attraction, mutual affection, love. There's also some cautionary energy with the Six of Pentacles. It's about being careful about how you invest of yourself, spend yourself, whether that's in an emotional way or in an actual tangible, money, finances, resources, your experience, etc. This man is on the surface being very philanthropic. He's obviously well-to-do. He's weighing out all of his wealth symbolized by these pentacles, occasionally throwing these handfuls of pentacles out the window, but he's not paying all that much attention to where he's giving of his resources. Are they going where he wants them to go? Are the people that are receiving them the ones that he wants to receive them? Are they just kind of falling out the window to lay on the side of the road? So it can also represent a situation, a relationship or a situation that's mutually beneficial as well. I- And the story is going to split off a variety of different ways because there's a lot of you watching. Some of you, you're going to be on the receiving end of being given the finances or resources as something you need to bring this to a close. Some of you are going to be on the giving end of this. Some of you, you're going to be, whatever this offer opportunity is, you're going to be partnering with other people to bring something to a successful conclusion, or to bring it to a place where it actually begins to take off in a more productive way. And it's something which holds the promise and potential of being very successful financially in a material way, and long lasting with roots too, that could potentially provide a lot of financial or material stability, or a sense of stability and security for you and potentially your family as well, because that Six of Pentacles is paired with the Ten of Pentacles. This could also represent family money, family business, family estate, because there's a strong theme of home and family with the Ten of Pentacles as well. It represents something that could be beneficial not only to you, but to your family or your loved ones or people you take care of. It's another 10, so we have more completion energy drawing to a close. The Ten of Pentacles represents uh, a pretty high degree of prosperity, abundance, wealth, success, but long lasting, that has roots and stability. Something which is not only, if you were starting a business and you pulled one card to see what the longevity of it looked like, this would be a great card to pull, because it represents not only is it going to be successful from the start, but it's going to grow and become established, maybe turn into a chain. You can pass it on down to your kids. It really is something that, in a financial sense, will not only provide now, but continue to provide for a long time. Just a nice, deeply rooted, long lasting sense of abundance and security and stability as well. Mutually beneficial. So whatever it is that is being offered to you, or you're offering to somebody else, you're entering into a partnership, or with one other person, or for some of you, a small group of people. I feel like it's gonna end really well and be beneficial, and lucrative for everyone involved. Or you're bringing something to a point where it can take off into the next stage of it, also potentially in a very successful way. Now, next to that, we have the Star, followed by the King of Wands. This is a great combination of energies here too. The Star card is Major Arcana, and it's all about hope and faith, renewed hope and faith and optimism. It's a card that I see come up after a long illness, when someone is finally recuperating after a bad breakup, when somebody's finally kind of coming out of it. It's a card where the energy is spirit asking you to have hope and faith in the road that you're on the right path, that things are unfolding them, and they're going to continue to unfold the way that they're meant to. Divine timing and orchestration, giving of your all, and knowing and trusting that what you need will be provided to you in the timing and the manner in which it needs to be. This is a wish fulfillment card, but even if you can't see the road in front of you, trusting that you're on the right path and paying attention to your instincts and intuition, and any messages that you feel like you're getting as well. Hope and faith. It's a promise of good things coming. And now it's paired with the King of Wands. Now the energy of the King of Wands is very similar to it it foretells of coming success coming in the not too distant future as well. This is a card which is has a lot of creative energy. It can represent a specific person in your sphere too, which is Somebody who is playing a significant role in this with you, a fire sign, likely Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, because it's the King of Wands, and Wands is fire energy. It could be their sun, their moon, or their rising sign. Somebody who's playing a significant role in this with you. It could be a business partner, it could be a love partner, a friend, or somebody who strongly manifests the character traits of the King of Wands. Just the energy for you to manifest. This is dynamic energy. It almost guarantees that you can, whatever it is, this project that you're working on, it has a lot of potential, and it looks like it looks like it's really going to succeed quite well, particularly with all the other people involved. If you're able to kind of keep them inspired, this is success which comes from, being a visionary, having a lot of creative manifesting ability, and being able to kind of draw other people in to help get it accomplished. Uh, Getting to the point where you can't do everything on your own, and now it's time to kind of let go and inspire and delegate, and trust other people also, that this is either coming to a successful conclusion or moving into the next stage. I'm actually getting a very exciting feeling from this combination of energy. It's like spirit is saying this is really going to pan out very well for you and everyone involved as well. It feels, for the majority of you, very project oriented. So it'll be exciting to hear what the feedback is about this. But this is definitely partnership and teamwork. There's more than one person involved in this. And it looks like it has a great deal of potential, to be very, very successful. And I feel like it's not too far away either. Now, at or towards the end of April 2017, perhaps going into the first part of May, we have Judgment with the Three of Pentacles. So, Judgment is a call to action card, and it's also a card that asks you to kind of take a look at everything. Make sure your T's are crossed, your I's are dotted. Make sure that you have all your bases covered with this. Make sure everybody's in the place they need to do, they need to be in, doing the job that they need to do. Um, Judgment has an air of finality to it. Asks you to proceed through something carefully. Make sure you do your homework, your research, that everything's in place the way that it needs to be, the way that you want it to be, before you make any final significant choices and decisions, because the air of finality means that whatever you're setting the stage for, you're not going to be able to kind of reverse it or come back from it easily, if at all, once you set things into motion. So make sure that you have your plan all in place before you proceed, because it's going to set the stage for you for something for quite some time to come. It's building the foundations, and you want to make sure that foundation is strong and without fault or cracks in it. So make sure to pay attention to the details in this as well. Now, Judgment is paired with the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of teamwork, of compromise and negotiation, of everybody kind of bringing their own skills and talents and contributions to the table, in order to achieve a common purpose. There's something which needs to be created or built or achieved. There's one common goal, regardless of how different everybody is or what everybody's opinions are. There's something that everybody agrees needs to be accomplished. So it's about working together as a team, kind of giving a little bit, taking a little bit, so you can put your heads together and figure out a way to make this continue to proceed in what looks like, again, a very successful project or investment. I'm getting flip property. Some of you may be starting up a new business or taking a business to another level. I'm feeling like there's a real estate business or this buying and flipping kind of thing, a group of people doing. That's kind of interesting. Feels very specific. Also, with Judgment and the Three of Pentacles, pay attention to the compromise negotiation process. Make sure that everybody who's involved in this feels like they have a voice and a contribution. If you're in charge of this, it's also about making sure that everybody's in the place they need to be in. That everybody who has a task or a job is is good at what they do. Part of being a good leader or a good management is matching people's skills to the right position and job. And I feel that's going to be very important here as well. It looks very, very good, Aquarius, very exciting. And again, bringing something to a successful conclusion or to a place where you're going to the next level. And in terms of dollars and cents, just in a financial, material sort of way, this is something which looks like it's going to, uh, you're going to profit, you and the people around you is going to profit from quite nicely. And again, I feel like I feel like it's going to continue through April and beyond, but that you're going to see these results quite soon. Now, your overall energy from the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. Here we have air energy, your element, Aquarius. The Five of Swords is a card of victory. Sometimes it can represent a victory which comes at a pretty high cost, but it looks like this is something you've been putting a lot of yourself into anyway. And the question which always accompanies the Five of Swords is something worth it? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes it's no. This man has just finished a battle, a challenge of some kind, and he's obviously the victor. He's gathered up all his opponent's weapons and he's holding his own aloft in victory. But this battle has cost him, even though he's won. He's tired, worn out, exhausted, depleted. He's bleeding from a little cut on his forehead. This victory has come at a high cost. And sometimes the people on the ground behind him can represent a victory which comes at the cost of personal relationships. And again, the question, is it worth it? Is this worth it? Is it worth continuing? And again, only you can answer that. Sometimes the question is yes, and sometimes it's no. But I'm feeling kind of a bit of a cautionary advice on working with people through this. Be careful about working with people, managing people, making sure everybody's kind of on board, which can be kind of difficult, particularly in group projects where everybody's got different personalities and different opinions and different ideas about how things work. Make sure that you do your part in making that process go as smoothly as possible. There may be some personality conflicts to deal with as well. Overall, it looks like a pretty hard won victory, and again, something which you've been investing in for quite some time, and it looks like people are coming together to make that really, really work. Very exciting. So Aquarius, that pretty much wraps up your April 2017 mid-month reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that it's given you a bit of insight or some food for thought in how to navigate over the next couple of weeks. Uh, and if any of you are interested in a more personal, specific one-on-one reading, feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. And I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the May 2017 general readings. And until then, Aquarius, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.